Good morning, everybody. My name's Simon Ennis, and I'm bringing you Wake Up Well for the Well on the 11th of September. And it's for me, it's a day when I reflect on what happened in New York some 20 years ago. It's something that I'll never forget. And at the time, I can remember where I was and what I was doing. And even though I was at work, I got to see it on the telly we had in the restroom. Very shocking. And I pray for love, peace and forgiveness for all of those who are involved in that event around the world. I suppose in some ways or another it involves all of us. But praying for reconciliation with the guys that were involved or still involved around that today, in various countries, cities. So the title for this week's talks have been Outrageous Faith. And to me, faith is a little more than just blind belief. It's a response to outrageous love. God loves me, and he loves you. And today's verse is from John chapter 20, verse 29. So John writes some of the information, the events that happened, that some of the other disciples or Gospels miss out. Do they miss it out on purpose? Or is it because, like a news story, different people that are actually there remember different things, and you can speak to one person, you get a slightly different version of events, but it's from their perspective. So at the time, the disciples were in hiding, and Jesus was doing his final tour, as it were, before he went up to be with the Father. And he was doing like crazy things, like walking through walls and just appearing in rooms, which is probably because the disciples were in hiding and they weren't out and about in the streets as much as they had been. And this is one such occasion. Thomas hadn't always been with the group of disciples, and they gathered in a room, and all of a sudden Jesus walks into the room. And all the other disciples started worshipping Jesus again. But Thomas was having a bit of a wobble with his faith. And this is how it goes, Thomas's version of events, or his story at that day, on that evening, possibly. So Jesus, seeing that Thomas wasn't engaging, didn't really know who he was, or what to believe, or what to think, he said, "Thomas, put your fingers here. Look, here are my hands. Here's a nail prints in my hands. Take my hand and put it in my side. You must not doubt, but believe." "My Lord and my God," cried Thomas. "It is because you have seen me that you believe," Jesus said to him. "Happy are those who have never seen me and yet believed." I don't know many people that have actually seen Jesus. I've known one or two, and you can just see it on their face. It just beams. But for a lot of us, it's almost like a scale. For me, sometimes, well, it's been like a scale. When I truly believed, it was a case of I've got nothing to lose, and I can just see, I can feel, I've done it. I've done a reckoning. And I just believe in you, God. And I think Thomas was a bit like that, maybe. while others sort of caught it and could see it a lot sooner. For Thomas, it took a little bit longer. So, outrageous love leads to outrageous faith.